found something. A chance, maybe.
Thanos used the stones again. So let's get them. Use them to bring everyone back.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
On April 26th.
We have a chance to take it all back. It's not about how much we lost. It's about how much we have left.
Who hasn't been to space? You better not throw up on my ship.
Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Endgame was once again directed by the Russo brothers and stars a large cast to say the least, and is the 22nd movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and basically the culmination of all these years, and for all of us who have invested so much time in this universe. And yes, this is gonna be a spoiler-free review up until I say spoiler alert, I guess. So don't worry, you're safe. Infinity War left us on one of the biggest cliffhangers ever. With like spoiler for Infinity War, everyone basically dusted off by Thanos' snap. Not everyone, the core Avengers were still there, and this one picks up like 2 days after, to say the least, and stuff happens. And it's really difficult to review a movie like this without spoiling. Like, what can you actually talk about? What I can say is that the first and second act are not exactly what you expect. It's more of a drama than the punchy action every 2 minutes that was Infinity War. And you get some of the best, if not the best, acting from all of the cast, especially the core Avengers. If you thought Captain America hadn't got much screen time in Infinity War, everyone, Iron Man, Captain, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Hulk, Thor, they get all the time they need in the first and second act of this movie. And like I said, it's more of a drama than a punch them action CGI stuff. All the action's gonna come. I'm gonna talk about the action, but that first and second half, for some it might be boring, but for all the fans, all of us who have invested so much time in this universe since the first Iron Man, you're not gonna be bored. It's great. I won't say anything about the plot just so that it doesn't get ruined for you, but the plot, you might have seen it sometimes in other movies, but it works. It works in this. And Karen Gillan as Nebula, if you didn't like her that much in the first Guardians movie, in the second one, and like the 2 scenes she was in Infinity War, she gets much more screen time here, and yeah, she's great. And Captain Marvel, I was one of those who really didn't like her movie, and yeah, she's good. I'm gonna talk in depth when I go into the spoiler territory, but yeah, the first 2 acts really much more of a drama than a full-on action movie. But then the last hour happens, like this movie 3 hours long, everybody knows that. Like the first 2 hours, there are action here and there, but it's not the focus. The focus is on the drama, on the 6 main characters we've come to know and love from the first Avengers movie. But then, like I said, the last hour happens, and it's like fan service. I don't mind, I'm a fan, so yeah, service me, and it's some of the best shit ever, to say the least, without spoiling. And yeah, what else can I pretty much say that is not a spoiler? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna give Avengers Endgame an A-. That's my grade for the movie. And now, if you've watched the movie, stick around because I'm gonna talk spoilers now. So spoiler alert. Yeah, the first and second half, like I said, it's slow, but it shows you the repercussions of the snap. Like, not everyone deals with it the same way. So at first they go on Thanos' planet, Titan 2, and they basically just decapitate him, and I was like, wait, the movie's over already? Yay, Thanos defeated. But no, this is just like a quick revenge that you get as a feeling after what happens in Infinity War with the snap. But then there is a time jump of like 5 years, and everyone somehow moved on, like in the trailers say, while others didn't. Iron Man got a daughter with Pepper. But basically, Captain, Black Widow, War Machine, these guys are pretty much, they haven't moved on. And Thor in this movie, I don't know. whether it was a disservice to the character, but she's basically become like the Big Lebowski, you know, with Jeff Bridges, and he's got all fat and got a long beard. He's basically like a classic Viking in the fairy tales that people have read about or seen in other movies. And then there's Hulk, more like Professor Hulk, because Banner and Hulk has basically mixed into one, and he's all in his Hulk form, but with the mind of Banner, so he's not like a baby Hulk in Ragnarok, nor like the angry Hulk that we know. It's more of like a Hulk that knows what's happening around him, I guess. So the Professor Hulk stuff, I get it. It's in the comics, and I get it. I like it for this movie, for what they've done. Ruffalo, again, is great. The motion capture is good. But whatever they did with Thor, no. Did it really work for me? He's just drinking booze. I mean, it's funny, yeah. I like funny Thor. I've seen Ragnarok. Ragnarok is one of my favorite movies. But you didn't have to make him fat and all like whatever, pissed off because he couldn't kill Thanos before the dude snapped his fingers. Hawkeye, like we all pretty much predicted, lost his family in the snap. That's like before the title and everything, like that's the first scene in the movie. And he's become Ronin in Tokyo. And it's kind of brutal, the small action scene that takes place in Tokyo. It's kind of brutal, and I like it. It's full-on Japanese stuff with his katana, I think. And Black Widow comes to find him. And then the thing that I said in my non-spoiler review that you've seen in other movies, the plot of this movie is basically time travel. Back to the Future, all that stuff, Terminator. They're gonna go back in time at specific moment to get the Infinity Stones before Thanos. And so by the end of the movie, you're like, that doesn't make sense. And yeah, there are many plot holes in there because, let's be honest, time travel in movies, whether it's a superhero movie or a normal movie, time travel in movies is always gonna create plot holes and all that problem. They kind of explain it because they go back to the Battle of New York, like we've seen in some leaked photos, and Bruce goes to meet the Ancient One, not Sorcerer Supreme, not Doctor Strange, but Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton, who was in Doctor Strange. And yeah, they gotta get the Time Stone, and it's fun. It's kind of a heist, and everyone gets to meet the characters. Tony goes back to the 1970s with Captain. He meets with his father. Captain once again sees Peggy. It's, yeah, the first, like I said, first and second half. It's drama, but it's well done drama because the actors are giving excellent performances, but it's also interesting for us fans who've watched these movies for so long. It's so rewarding. And then you get like the evil twin of Nebula from the past, from the time of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and she comes, and like I said, the Thanos that is in Infinity War, he's dead. Like in the first 5 minutes of the movie, he's dead. They decapitate him on Titan 2. So Nebula from the past comes to the present, to the future basically, and she brings Thanos from the past. So if you've seen Thanos in the TV spot and all, that's the Thanos from the past, not the Thanos that you know from Infinity War. But he's basically got the same motivation, but then by then he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna basically become Marvel villain, whatever, where I'm gonna destroy everything. But I ain't complaining because holy shit, that final battle. Yeah, every fucking character you've ever known, except for Black Widow, because when they went in the past to retrieve the Soul Stone, again, really emotional scene between her and Hawkeye. They kept battering who was gonna make the sacrifice, and in the end, she made the sacrifice. Scarlett Jo, rest in, not the actress, but yeah, the character of Black Widow. I don't know how origin story will be. Like I said, origin story, so it's gonna be like a prequel movie that is coming up. But yeah, she gave herself up for the Soul Stone. So like, apart from her, every fucking character that you've seen throughout these years in the MCU, they're here in the final battle. And it's like, yes, your inner fanboy is like, yes, that's what I wanted to see. Everyone, like Thanos' army against every fucking character, from Pepper Potts being in the rescue armor to everyone. And yeah, Captain Marvel, again, she's overpowered, but she's in the movie for like 3 scenes. So that post-credit scene with her at the end of Infinity War announcing like her big arrival, that's bullshit. Because she in this movie, like at the beginning, where they go and decapitate Thanos on Titan 2, then she's like on a hologram with her hair cut like the Karen Danvers from the comics, and she's talking, and then she's not in the movie at all. And then she just comes in the final battle and basically blows up Thanos' ship. That's Karen Danvers in this movie. I guess she was more bearable as a presence simply because she had like 3 lines. Like, she ain't in the movie much. But every other person, especially the core Avengers and Grid and Captain lifting Mjolnir, because when they went back in time to get the reality stone from Thor the Dark World, Thor brought back Mjolnir, and at first he's like fighting with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, but then Captain lifts up Mjolnir after his shield is broken, and it's all kind of awesomeness and shit. Like 1 hour, like that final hour is just so awesome. Yeah, I was fulfilled, I was fan serviced, and I freaking loved it. So basically that was Endgame, and Tony dies. Really, since 2008, Robert Downey Jr. will miss you, but it's the end of your story. And again, and also for Captain, because when he goes back in time to return the stones at the specific points they took them, he says, now that I've done with this, let me just go back to when Peggy was still young, and I can have that dance with her and basically live my life with her. And I was like, good for you, Cap. You deserve that. You really deserve that. And when it's in the present, Cap's old, so although he's not dead yet, his character, no more Steve Rogers as Captain America. He gives a shield to Falcon, although maybe I would have liked Bucky to pick up the shield, but again, I like Falcon too. So yeah, I'm kind of sad for Tony's little daughter. He left him, but yeah, really a satisfying conclusion to 11 years of the MCU. A great culmination. The MCU is gonna move forward. We're gonna have stuff now that Disney's bought Fox. We're gonna have Mutants and Fantastic Four, but my childhood was Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. Like, Thor goes off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, with Quill searching for Gamora, because again, like I said, everyone who died before the snap in Infinity War is dead. Heimdall's dead, Loki's dead, Vision's dead, no Vision in this movie at all. Yeah, and Gamora, when Thanos sacrificed her in Infinity War to get the Soul Stone, she's dead. This Gamora in this movie is a Gamora from the past who doesn't know Quill, who hasn't had any relationship with him, and I guess Guardians 3 is gonna basically be about Quill searching for Gamora. So yeah, that was it. Yeah! Great movie. Was it necessary to be 3 hours long? I don't know. 2 hours, 45 minutes, 15 minutes of some of the scenes in the first and second act could have been cut, but I understand they made it 3 hours because it is a conclusion of an era. It's the end of an era for the MCU. And my childhood personally is over. So yeah, that was my review for Avengers Endgame. Like I said, I gave it an A-. Go watch it, guys. Just go watch it. Like, why did you listen to all these spoilers if you haven't watched it? As always, guys, thanks for watching. Give a big thumbs up, comment below, follow me on social media, subscribe my channel. I did not watch the new Hellboy movie because fuck that shit. That way. I can see you next time.